Now, to have a couple of exclusives we're going to talk about here on this show over the next couple of minutes, including one that you will see more of tonight over on NBC Nightly News. Our Kate Snow sat down with convicted January 6th rioter Jenna Ryan just days before she reported to federal prison. Ryan received 60 days behind bars, one of the toughest sentences for rioters charged with misdemeanors. Here's a bit of that exclusive interview.
You did walk into the Capitol, Jenna.
I did.
You wrote on Twitter the next day, "We just stormed the Capitol. It was one of the best days of my life."
Yes.
Still feel that way?
You know what? I feel like walking into the Capitol for 2 minutes and 8 seconds was a big mistake. And I pled guilty to that. And I have remorse for that.
More with Jenna and Kate tonight on Nightly. In the meantime, the House Select Committee has interviewed more than 300 witnesses and has received more than 35,000 documents in their investigation into what went down in the days before and on January 6th. I'm joined now by a member of that committee, Congressman Adam Schiff, Democrat from California, and Chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, thank you so much for being back on the show.
Great to be with you.
So, over the weekend, you said you expect the first hearing to start within a matter of weeks here, this year, rather than months. Can you get more specific, and who do you want to hear from first?
Well, I don't have the exact timing yet, but we want to tell the story as much as we can in a logical, chronological fashion. We want to talk about what went on in the weeks leading up to January 6th, what laid the foundation for that violent attack, both the lies that were being promulgated by the former president and his acolytes about the election, before the election took place, after the election took place, but also the efforts to suborn state legislators and local elections officials into overturning the election, to try to make use of the Justice Department at the highest levels for the same purpose. And then ultimately this last-ditch effort on January 6th to stop or delay the count, to allow these other efforts to succeed. So we want to lay out that whole narrative, the multiple lines of effort to overturn an election and the first non-peaceful transfer of power in our history.
I ask about the hearing timeline, Congressman, because as you well know, if things do not go well for Democrats in the midterms as it relates to the House of Representatives, there is a very real expiration date, most likely, on the work of your committee. How much is that factoring into the urgency that you are moving with here to get these hearings going and to get this process continuing to move in a more public way? Because so far, as we've noted, much of this has been behind the scenes so far.
Well, look, in terms of the midterms, I think and hope that if the country is in a better place in terms of the pandemic and the economy, we will stay in the majority. But that